You know that feeling when you are doing everything right, hustling, following the blueprint, checking all the boxes, but it still feels like you are running on a treadmill. You are not alone, and it's not your fault. Have you ever poured weeks, months, even years into a business or a project only to find yourself exhausted and barely drop frequency in the chart? If you've ever felt like success keeps slipping just out of reach. And welcome to the Energy Execution and AI Mastery, the next quantum leap. Here is what today is all about. Number one is about how to break free from overworking and under executing. Number two, it's about how to leverage AI for precision execution without burnout. Number three is to learn and upskill from real case studies, live demonstrations, and your roadmap to AI mastery. The biggest execution revolution is happening right now. You are watching it. You are stepping into the driver's seat. Drop next level if you are ready to execute smarter, faster, and with unstoppable energy. Before we dive deeper, I want to share something personal with you. Under the expansive African skies of my childhood, I was immersed in a world where energy was vital and vibrant, connecting us to the land, each other, and the unspoken rhythms of the cosmos. My childhood was a symphony of dawns filled with purpose. I learned that energy was everything. The sunrise promising new beginnings, and the sunset bringing the community together. My early years were filled with natural rhythms, where waking up before dawn meant dressing up to help out on the family farm before attending the nearby school. Evenings brought laughter, storytelling under the glow of a crackling fire. Swimming in local rivers and fishing was all part of the fun. And real acts of courage like walking miles alone at dawn at the age of 8, driving a herd of cattle in the dark to the communal deep tank miles away to be the first in line dipping this to prevent tick-borne diseases. It was those times when I spent my time after school either reading novels or looking after livestock on the grazing pastures if I wasn't assigned to serving customers as shopkeeper in our family grocery store serving the local community. Have you ever experienced a time in your life where you felt completely in rhythm with your environment? A time when energy flowed naturally? Take a moment right now and remember that feeling. Type connected in the chat if you can recall that sensation. Despite this grounding of mine, life's path often diverges unexpectedly. When I moved to England in 2002, the vibrant tapestry of my upbringing began to fade in the background. The grind of corporate life demanded all my focus and energy, pulling me further away from the natural balance that once nourished me. I thrived professionally in the finance world and the supply chain services, but the cost was steep. Exhaustion, health challenges, and a growing sense of disconnection from my true self. My life felt like a perpetual climb, always striving but never arriving. I wonder how many of you can relate to that feeling of outward success masking inner depletion. The digital age has only type relate. If you've ever felt successful on paper but empty inside, then came the shattering blows that would forever change me. In 2008, my beloved mother passed away, separated by continents and constrained by exorbitant travel costs. I couldn't be there to honor her memory. A year later, I became a father to my son Ethan, a beautiful but overwhelming chapter that exposed all my limitations. The joy of his arrival was clouded by a deep exhaustion, balancing the all-consuming demands of fatherhood with a relentless career. I had hit my own wall of burnout. Point might look different than mine. For some, it's health crisis. For others, a relationship breakdown or a career breakdown. And for many, it's simply the quiet realization that something essential is missing. What was your wake-up call, if I might ask? If you're comfortable sharing, type a single word in the chat that represents your moment of recognition. Desperate to regain some sense of control, I tried everything the modern world offered. Time management apps and hacks, productivity hacks, even working longer hours, convinced that I would outwork the storm brewing inside of me. But instead of relief, these approaches left me more drained and disconnected. Was I failing as a parent, as a professional, or as a human being? Fear whispered that I was chasing an illusion, that balance was a myth, and that my efforts would only lead to disappointment. I see many of you sharing powerful wake-up calls in the chat. Whether your moment came through loss, illness, burnout, or simply a quiet realization, we share a common thread of recognition that something fundamental needed to change. In the stillness of grief and fatherhood, a memory stirred. It was the memory of my youth, the unwavering rhythm of nature and the energy it gave freely. I realized that I had been pouring myself into a system that neither valued nor aligned with my essence. Energy was no longer something I merely used. It was something I needed to master. What if true success wasn't about effort alone, but about alignment? What if hustle and sacrifice model wasn't the only path forward? This epiphany led me to explore holistic wellness, energy medicine, and ancient practices that honor the mind, body, spirit connection. I began to see success not as a goal to hustle toward, but as a byproduct of alignment. When we align our energy, everything follows. Have you explored meditation, mindfulness, other energy practices? Share one approach you have tried in the chat. A year ago, I found Aura and Power as a sanctuary, a reflection of my own journey and a catalyst for others seeking the same transformation. What began as a personal quest for balance quickly revealed something much bigger. As I worked with hundreds of people across our community, I discovered something profound. We are not just building another wellness community. We are part of a movement that fundamentally challenges how success happens. A collective of leaders and future architects who embody the truth that energy creates reality. Meditation, yoga, breathing techniques, time in nature, these are all powerful practices. And what many of you have discovered is that these approaches contain fragments of a larger truth. Today, we are going to bring these fragments together into a complete system. The Aura and Power movement stands for a radical truth that energy creates reality. That when we align our frequency, first, our results naturally follow. Success isn't something you chase through hustle and sacrifice, but something you attract through alignment, discovery, transformed how we approach everything. And today, I am sharing the exact framework that's helping our movement members achieve extraordinary results while reclaiming their energy, time, and joy. Let me introduce to you Christian and Christine. They are visionaries, action takers, and they had for many years believed that the path to success was hustling harder. Early mornings, late nights, and saying yes to every opportunity until one day their business plateaued. The harder they worked, the more stuck they felt. So, what was their problem? I think we could boil it down to number one, they weren't executing with alignment. Number two, they were doing too much manually that AI could handle instantly. And number three, they had systems but no execution flow. Does that sound familiar? Most entrepreneurs are stuck in what we call the execution trap. That is working harder, but not scaling smarter. What do businesses struggle to scale? You might ask. Now, let's break that down. Have you ever felt like no matter how many hours you put in, there's always more to do? Like you are constantly playing catch up, drowning in tasks instead of actually growing your business. And Sadi felt the same way too. And after working with hundreds of entrepreneurs, we have seen the same patterns emerge over and over again. Here's what's really keeping businesses stuck. The first is manual execution overload. You are doing everything yourself, emails, follow-ups, scheduling, things that AI could handle while you focus on strategy and impact. The second drawback is fragmented systems. You have all the right tools, but they are not connected. So you are still spending hours switching between platforms instead of letting AI create seamless execution. The failure to scale is reactive workflow. Instead of running your business proactively, you are stuck in a loop of urgent tasks, constantly firefighting, instead of executing a long-term strategy. Let's ring a bell. Here is the good news. These aren't permanent roadblocks I've mentioned. They're just signals that it's time for a shift. And that shift starts with AI-powered execution. Let's break down how the right automation can free you from the grind of manual execution and create seamless systems that work together and give you the freedom to scale on your own terms. Now, drop a line in the chat if you are ready to break free from the execution gap we've just mentioned. Let me introduce you to the three-phase AI execution and energy optimization system we will be going deeper into today. Bear with me whilst I share this on my screen. You can see there's phase one, phase two, and phase three. Phase one is all about AI-powered lead generation and automation. The benefits here are execution without burnout. Phase two is AI for content creation and brand amplification, which will be, benefit is chief is scaling visibility effortlessly. And the third tier of this is AI optimized business systems for building a self-sustained machine. As we start learning about phase one, which is AI-powered lead generation and automation, let me introduce you to Brenty and Sadi. These two are forward-thinking leaders in the Aura Empower community. As passionate entrepreneurs and parents of two young children, they were determined to build a thriving business while keeping their family life intact. Initially, they built their business by grinding, manual outreaches, long days, and the classic hustle harder strategy. Then they discovered AI execution. Like many of us, high achievers, driven, and deeply committed to their vision. They had the skills, the passion, and the network. Working harder than ever, they weren't getting the results they deserved. Their biggest frustration, lead generation, was exhausting for Brandy and Sadie. Every morning started with manual outreach, writing messages, following up, tracking responses. But at the end of the day, they were drained. Yet they still weren't closing enough deals. That's when they turned to AI-powered execution. And now, let's talk about their outreach transformation. Relationship building, they wondered. But after months of manually sending connection requests, writing follow-ups, and still seeing minimal conversions, they knew something had to change. They unveiled the curtain on automation and discovered Expand AI, an AI-powered tool that mirrored their best engagement practices. Instead of manually messaging every new prospect, the AI-powered tool Expand IO sent personalized strategic outreach messages, automatically nurturing leads over time without the daily grind. And the best part, it didn't feel robotic. It felt natural, authentic, like them. Working 24/7, even when they weren't working. Their network expanded faster than ever, with high intent leads leading to their calendar effortlessly. Next came their relationship challenge. Brent and Sadie prided themselves on building relationships. They believed in personalized service, meaningful conversations, and genuine follow-ups. But as their business grew, so did the cracks in their process. Leads were important conversations getting lost in the shuffle. And they were frankly spending more time chasing down past prospects than closing new ones. They had to make a decision: either slow down growth to maintain quality, or find a way to scale without sacrificing relationships. That's when they discovered Go High Level, an all-in-one AI-powered CRM built to streamline lead nurturing, automate apps, and engaged without the constant manual efforts they've been using. Instead of juggling multiple platforms for emails, texts, and scheduling, Brent and Sadie found one system that did it all seamlessly. At first, it felt counterintuitive. Could AI really handle follow-ups without sounding robotic? At Go High Level, it learned their best engagement strategies, and every prospect was nurtured in a way that still felt authentic. Every lead received a timely, personalized follow-up. No more missed opportunities. AI triggered reminders ensuring that they connected with warm prospects at the right moment. AI triggered reminders freed them to focus on meaningful, high-level conversations. And just like that, their closing rate skyrocketed. Instead of constantly chasing ups, Brent and Sadie were closing more deals with less effort. Next, for Brent and Sadie, then came the scheduling breakthrough. Brent and Sadie thought they had their schedules under control. They were grinding, saying yes to every meeting, every opportunity, because that's what success demanded, right? Until one day, looked at their calendar and realized that they had back-to-back meetings from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. with no time left to actually grow their business. Meetings were running over. New prospects wanted calls at inconvenient times. They were chained to Zoom calls with barely a second to breathe. Then they put back the curtain on AI-powered scheduling. Instead of playing calendar Tetris, they let AI do the heavy lifting. Their new AI scheduling tools changed everything. This is what happened. First, AI analyzed their schedules and identified their peak energy hours. Prioritized high-level meetings, ensuring they focused on sales calls, not just time fillers. AI scheduling tools automatically scheduled follow-ups, eliminating the endless back and forth of what time works for you. The result of adopting AI scheduling tools, you might ask? Brent and Sadie reclaimed at least an extra 15 hours a week. Can you imagine? Now, their days were filled with strategic execution. And the best part, you may be pleased to know too, they finally had evenings free for their 2 kids. And Sadie didn't just scale their business. They reclaimed their freedom. Now, drop freedom in the chat if you are ready to stop drowning in meetings. If you've been drowning in meetings, this is the time to drop freedom in the chat. Overall, the result was that Brent scaled faster while reclaiming personal time. They went from being buried in manual work to running a business that worked for them, not the other way around, stealing their precious time and freedom. Brent and Sadie didn't just scale their business, they reclaimed time with their kids. Now, I remember Sadie saying this with tears pouring down her face. For the first time in years, we had dinner as a family without me checking my phone every 5 minutes. And Brent told me, I didn't realize how much I was missing until I saw my son's face light up when I was actually present, not just physically, but mentally. Now, drop automate if you are ready to let AI take the manual work out of your plate. Right. Brent and Sadie's story isn't just about business, it's about life. It's about reclaiming time, energy, and presence. And that's what the Aura Empower Energy movement stands for. Brent and Sadie weren't just entrepreneurs. They were parents of 2 young children, respected leaders in our community, and visionaries who had the drive but needed a new way forward. Like so many of us, they were searching for the balance between ambition and the deeper priorities of life. And that's the reality of high achievers today, isn't it? The constant tension between working hard and living fully. The endless juggling act between scaling a business and the freedom you set out to create. What if it didn't have to be that way? What if you didn't have to choose between growth and presence, between success and sanity? That is where AI-powered execution changes the game. That's where automation unlocks alignment. That brings us to the next step. Because even with better execution, you still need visibility. You can have the best systems in place, but if you are not showing up, engaging, and creating brand impact, you remain the best kept secret in the industry. Now, let's talk about how AI-powered content creation is revolutionizing brand growth. What would it mean for you to have that level of freedom? To wake up and know that your time, energy, and execution are fully aligned. Drop a word in the chat that describes what freedom would look like for you. Now, let me walk you through our next phase, AI for content creation and brand amplification. Have you ever spent hours creating content, crafting the perfect post, tweaking captions, recording videos, only to post it and feel that sinking feeling of disappointment when barely anyone engages with it? You put your heart into it, yet it feels like you're shouting into the void. Jessica was passionate about building her brand and sharing her expertise. But no matter how much effort she put into crafting content, she was stuck in the post and pray cycle, pouring energy into posts that barely reached her audience. I felt like I was shouting into the void, she told me. No matter what I did, engagement was low, and I had no time left to actually grow my business. Then she automated her entire content engine. Jessica knew she had to find a way to break the cycle. That's when she discovered a powerful content system that transformed how she executed her brand's visibility without spending endless hours on content creation. She started with AI content batching using ChatGPT and Jasper. Instead of sitting down every day wondering what to post, she used AI to generate over 30 high engagement posts in minutes, each tailored to her voice and optimized for her audiences. Suddenly, Jessica had weeks worth of content ready to go. But she didn't stop there. She knew video was the future of content. She unlocked AI video editing tools like Opus Clips and Synthesia AI. These tools took her long form videos and instantly repurposed them into engaging short clips ready to be posted on platforms like TikTok, LinkedIn, and Instagram, even Facebook as well. And finally, the missing piece for Jessica, AI-powered scheduling with Metricool. And Jessica set up her content and AI took over from there, posting automatically at peak engagement times, ensuring maximum visibility while she focused on growing her business. The result, Jessica went from feeling invisible to becoming an industry leader without burnout. Jessica tripled her engagement in 30 days. Now, drop the word amplify in the chat if you want AI to take over your content game. Take a moment. Really think about what it means for you. You have seen how AI removes the weight of manual execution, freeing up time and mental space. That's what we've been talking about. But here is the thing. Having great systems isn't enough if no one sees your work. Brent and Sadi optimized their execution, but if they had never showed up in front of the right audience, their momentum would have stalled. And that brings us to the next key shift, visibility. Because in today's world, content isn't just an asset, it's the gateway to growth. Have you ever wondered why some brands explode in visibility while others stay invisible despite great content? How consistently and strategically you show up. AI-powered content creation isn't just about saving time, it's about ensuring your message is seen, heard, and amplified at scale. Now, let's dive deeper into how AI transforms your reach and impact, and how leaders in the energy movement are using it to build unstoppable brand presence. Let's go deeper into phase 3, which is the optimized business systems. Think about the most successful businesses that you know. Separate them from those constantly grinding just to stay afloat. It's not just hard work. It's smart systems that multiply their execution power. Scaling beyond 6 and 7 figures requires systems, not just effort. Now, meet Erin and Aaron, respected mentors within the Aura Empower Energy movement. They were known for their relentless drive and commitment to building a legacy. They had achieved success, but at a cost. They were working 60-hour weeks just to keep their business running, leaving little time for strategic growth or personal fulfillment. They built an AI optimized business engine. In their own words, they said, we built this business with personal touch. Now, can AI do what we do? But exhaustion had set in, and their growth was slowing down because they were stuck in operational chaos. The real turning point came when Erin missed an important family moment. Yet another late night buried in admin work. That's when they turned to AI workflow automation with Zapier and Make. Instead of handling every repetitive task manually, these tools connected their business systems, automating invoices, client onboarding, and follow-ups. Their inbox was flooded, and projects moved forward without them constantly managing every little detail. Streamlining operations wasn't enough for Erin and Aaron. Even with automation, they were still burning out, working odd hours, pushing through fatigue. That's when they discovered AI energy optimization tools. These tools analyzed their workflow and aligned their highest focus tasks with their peak productivity hours. Erin and Aaron weren't forcing creative work when they were drained. Scheduling sales calls at their low energy moments. The final breakthrough, you might want to ask me, well, in their discovery, it is actually their discovery of using AI performance tracking with Airtable and Tableau AI. They had been making decisions based on gut feelings and constantly adjusting strategy without clear insight. Performance tracking with Airtable and Tableau AI tracked key performance indicators automatically, giving them real-time data on what was working and what wasn't. No more guessing, just informed scaling. For the first time, we weren't just busy, we were productive. We weren't reacting, we were in control. Now Erin and Aaron work a fraction of the hours, spending quality time with family, their 2 kids, but also earning 10 times more than they did before. They got so good at AI energy optimization tools, which Erin and Aaron leveraged as part of their skill set. Their transformational leadership and influence oversaw the widespread adoption of AI energy optimization tools in their organization. They duplicated mastery in the adoption and skilled use of AI energy optimization tools with their downline teams members, giving rise to the ripple effect of self-expanding, practiced skill mastery teamwork right across the board, thus amplifying their results and impact fair scale. If you want an AI-driven execution system working for you, let's talk about the AI-powered business execution playbook. Think about this for a moment. What if a few months from now, you could look back at this moment as the moment everything changed? That instead of learning about AI-powered execution, you actually implemented AI-powered execution and transformed the way you work or your business works. Because this isn't just another training, a roadmap to AI-driven execution mastery. It's a system designed to take you from to automated, optimized, effortlessly scaling. So what's next? You may be curious to know. Right now, you have two choices. Continue just as you are, trying to piece together execution strategies one step at a time, or step into a proven system designed to take you from overwhelmed and worked, automated, optimized, and effortlessly scaling. First, let me introduce you to the 7-day AI execution sprint. This is your first action starting point. A focused AI-driven execution challenge designed to implement small but powerful shifts immediately, freeing up time and setting you up for scale in just 1 week. And second, I talk about the fast track AI mastery program. Are you ready for more? Type ready in the chat if you want to be completely unstoppable. Now, this 12-week track AI mastery program immersive experience takes you deep into AI-driven execution, automation, and optimization, that giving you the exact systems and frameworks that top business leaders are currently using to scale faster with less effort. Now, I know what you are thinking. It won't work for me. How much does it cost? Listen up. The Empower AI execution movement is here. You don't have to do this alone. When you step into AI-powered execution, you join a community of forward thinkers, real entrepreneurs making real changes. You have access to exclusive live coaching, deep dive strategy sessions, and insider execution insights that keep you ahead of the curve. This is your moment. This is your shift. If you are ready to move beyond hustle into AI execution, drop next level in the chat and take action today. If you have joined us for our previous webinar, you know we promised something different today. We are about to deliver on that promise today, March 11th. We go deeper than ever before. As I mentioned last time, this isn't just another training. This is a live activation experience where we are pulling back the curtain on true AI mastery, future self-execution, and the 12-week energy year framework. Remember why you are here today. As promised during the March Momentum webinar, This is about number one, energy reset and execution mastery. That is, breaking free from those mental patterns that have been keeping you stuck. And number two, AI-driven business acceleration. That is, learning how to scale without losing your energy or efficiency, which is what we just talked about. And last, number three, future self-embodiment. And that's about you stepping into the version of you who is already winning. I am thrilled you made the decision to show up today. That decision alone sets you apart from those who just consume information versus those who commit to transformation. You are here because you are serious about making this month the one that changes. You are ready to stop guessing your way forward and step into a proven system. So settle in, get your notes ready, silence your notifications, and prepare for the next 60 minutes to redefine how you approach execution, energy, and business growth. This is where it all shifts. Let's dive in. If you have stayed with me until now, you are clearly ready for what comes next. Right after this session, you will receive immediate access to our quick start guide and energy archetype assessment. These aren't just more PDFs to collect dust. They are the first action steps in this transformation. What makes this journey powerful isn't just the AI tools and systems I've shared today. It's the community and support that comes with it. We've seen skeptical, analytical thinkers double their productivity within weeks. We've watched parents reclaim precious hours with their families while growing their businesses more effectively than ever. This week, we are holding our first implementation session where you will see exactly how to structure your day for maximum energy alignment and AI-powered execution. You'll get real-world examples of how these systems work in practice. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. That's the beauty of this system. It's designed for community-powered execution. You'll be alongside others who are implementing these same strategies and seeing remarkable growth in their businesses while actually working fewer hours. Go ahead now, type "I am committed" in the chat if you are ready to implement what you have learned today. Let's make this your momentum. This is your time.